he have all these excuses why he don't want to take a fight with me. If it's all about
The boxing world has been buzzing recently with whispers and rumors suggesting that Terence Crawford has finally decided to speak out about Canelo Alvarez, and it's causing quite a stir. In a private, behind-the-scenes conversation, Crawford reportedly hinted that Canelo might be avoiding a fight with him. Yeah, you heard that right. Canelo Alvarez, one of the most revered fighters in the sport, is allegedly not too keen on stepping into the ring with Crawford. And why, you might ask? According to the talk, it's because Canelo knows Crawford poses a serious threat. Crawford has been on fire lately, and the idea of these two squaring off is something that has fans sitting on the edge of their seats. However, some sources suggest that Canelo's camp might be holding back, not exactly rushing to make this fight happen. This has led many to wonder if Canelo is really up for the challenge, or if he's strategically avoiding what could be one of the toughest fights of his career. But before you get too hyped, remember this is all based on speculation. Imagine the headlines. Crawford versus Canelo, two of boxing's biggest names go toe-to-toe. It's a fight that could electrify the sport, but for now, we'll just have to wait and see how things play out. Maybe Canelo will step up, or maybe Crawford is just getting started with some mind games. Either way, this is a story that's far from over. This buzz didn't just come out of nowhere. Crawford has been making waves, and his name has been circulating widely in the boxing world. Canelo, on the other hand, has a legacy to protect. Could it be that he's playing it safe? The thought alone is enough to get fans speculating. Imagine Crawford's position. He's been dominating his opponents and making a name for himself. When he finally feels ready for the biggest challenge, he's met with what seems like hesitation from one of the sport's biggest names. That has to sting, but it's also the kind of thing that fuels a fighter. It's what turns a great fighter into a legend, and Crawford seems to be aiming for nothing less. Canelo, meanwhile, is no pushover. His reputation as one of the toughest fighters out there is well earned. For Crawford to suggest that Canelo might be dodging him, that's a bold claim. If it's true, it could mean that Canelo sees something in Crawford that makes him uneasy. Or perhaps Canelo is just being strategic. After all, he's been in the game long enough to know that timing is everything. Maybe he's just waiting for the perfect moment to strike, letting Crawford think he's got the upper hand before delivering a knockout blow. What we know for sure is that the prospect of these two facing off has everyone talking. Could you imagine the arena if this fight happens? The atmosphere would be electric, the stakes couldn't be higher, and both fighters would be battling not just for a win, but for their legacies. Crawford isn't shy about making his thoughts known. He said that he believes he's a threat to Canelo, not just as an opponent, but to Canelo's entire legacy. Crawford sees himself as the guy who could dethrone Canelo, coming up from 135 pounds to fight at 168 pounds without any catchweight clauses. That's a bold statement, and Crawford knows it. He believes that thought is lingering in the back of Canelo's mind, the fear of losing to a smaller but highly skilled opponent. It's like Crawford is dropping breadcrumbs, leading us all into something much bigger. Allegedly, he's been hinting at this for a while, and now it's finally bubbling to the surface. For Crawford, this isn't just about another fight, it's about making history. He's dominated in the ring, and now he's setting his sights on one of the biggest names in boxing. Canelo, on the other hand, has a lot to lose. He's built a massive reputation, and a loss to Crawford could be a significant blow to that. If the rumors are true and he's avoiding this fight, it raises a lot of questions. Is he protecting his record? Is he genuinely concerned about facing Crawford? These are the questions that are starting to swirl in the boxing community. And you know what? This kind of speculation is like oxygen for fight fans. They're eating it up, analyzing every move and every word. Some insiders suggest that Canelo might be waiting for the perfect moment to maximize the fight's financial and public interest. It's a classic move. Build up the tension, get everyone talking, and then announce the fight when the hype is at its peak. But from a fan's perspective, the impatience is real. We want to see these two throw down now. And let's not forget the mental game. If Crawford is out here suggesting that Canelo is avoiding him, it's not just about setting up a fight, it's psychological warfare. He's planting seeds of doubt in Canelo's mind and in the minds of everyone watching. It's like he's saying, "I'm ready, are you?" And that's powerful. Word on the street is that Canelo's camp isn't too happy about these rumors. Allegedly, they're feeling the heat and might be preparing to address the situation. Imagine if Canelo steps up, says he's ready, and calls Crawford's bluff. That would be a mic drop moment, flipping the script and turning this whole situation into an even bigger spectacle. The stakes here aren't just about who's the better fighter, it's about legacy. Both Crawford and Canelo have so much on the line. For Crawford, it's about proving he can take on and beat the best of the best. For Canelo, it's about solidifying his place as one of the greatest of all time. That's why this potential matchup has everyone on the edge of their seats. The fans, of course, are hungry for this. You can see it all over social media. People are already picking sides, debating who would win if these two ever square off. Some say Crawford's speed and technical skill would outmaneuver Canelo, while others believe Canelo's power and experience would be too much for Crawford to handle. The debates are heated, and it's only adding more fuel to the fire. Until we get some official word, though, all we have are these whispers and rumors. But if we've learned anything from the world of boxing, it's that where there's smoke, there's usually fire. And right now, there's a lot of smoke. So here's where things stand. Crawford has made it clear he's ready for the fight of his life. Canelo, meanwhile, is staying quiet, but the pressure is building, and soon something's got to give. Will Canelo finally step up and take the challenge? Or will Crawford keep turning up the heat until Canelo can't ignore him anymore? Whatever happens next, one thing's for sure. This isn't just another fight. This could be the Asterix fight, the one that people talk about for years, the one that defines careers. And honestly, as fans, we're all here for it. So let's keep watching because this story is only just getting started. As we wait to see what unfolds, it's clear that the tension between Crawford and Canelo is going to keep fans on edge. Whether it's just talk or the beginning of something epic, one thing is certain: we're all going to be watching closely. Will Canelo come out and respond, or will Crawford keep pushing until the pressure becomes too much to ignore? Stay tuned, because this story is far from over. Crawford's comments suggest he believes he's a threat to Canelo's legacy. He sees himself as a smaller fighter who could move up in weight and dethrone Canelo, and that's got to be playing on Canelo's mind. Canelo might be thinking, what if I slip up and lose to this guy? That's not something he can easily brush off. But here's the twist: Canelo's camp is reportedly feeling the heat from all this speculation. Word on the street is they might be gearing up to address the situation publicly. If Canelo steps up and calls Crawford's bluff, it could turn the entire situation on its head and make this potential fight even more exciting. For Crawford, this is more than just another fight. It's about making history and proving he can beat the best. For Canelo, it's about protecting his legacy and staying on top. The stakes couldn't be higher, and that's why this potential matchup has everyone talking. In the end, this isn't just about boxing. It's about legacy, pride, and the mental warfare that goes into being a champion. The anticipation is building, and whether or